Walmart is really trying to get that Swiss Tech brand out there. And you know what? I think they may be onto something. Today we're looking at this Swiss Tech tool set. Who is this made for? What tools are included? Are they any good at all? Does it have any cons? What are my final thoughts on this set? All that and more in today's video. So I picked up this Swiss Tech tool set from Walmart, and I want to say I got it at a bargain price. This was priced down from $25 to $15 in the clearance section, and they still had a few of these available, which made me wonder, is this worth getting or not? But the only way to find out was to actually get one and to try it out. So here we are. So what tools are included? First, we have the Winzig compact flipper knife. This comes with a titanium coated AUS 8 steel blade. Now this comes with a low profile back flipper, which I find it to be fidgety, dual ceramic ball bearings, liner locking blade, which makes it easy to close with one hand, and an aluminum carabiner clip, which makes it easy to clip as a keychain. But it does have a downside to it, which I'll let you know more about that in a bit. This is a small knife that measures 3 inches when closed and about 4 7/8 inches when open. So it's quite compact. As mentioned, you can carry it as a keychain. This actually reminded me of this old USB that I still have, but it's pretty beat up already. It looks very similar to it. Next, we have the titanium key ring. This comes with a flat edge split ring construction for ultra lightweight key organization. In other words, it's just a key ring. But in its defense, it's pretty strong and won't fold easily like other cheap key rings, that's for sure. Next, we have the mini keychain bit driver that includes some T6, T8, and a number 2.5 flathead bit. This has a magnetic tip to hold the bits in place, so that's pretty cool. It has an aluminum body that has some internal bit storage, so you can store up to 3 bits, just as long as they meet the standard size requirement. Now it also includes a low profile pocket clip, and it has a keychain lanyard connection on the bottom of the bit driver. Now what is also interesting is that the cap has a rubber gasket that I believe is there to help keep the top from unscrewing. I don't think it's there to prevent water from getting in. And I say this because water can get in through the other side where the bits go. Next, you have the 4-in-1 blade sharpener, which has a durable aluminum body. This includes a bottle opener, a serrated edge diamond carbide rod, a carbide slot for coarse sharpening, a ceramic slot for fine edge sharpening, and a keychain lanyard connection. Now let's start with, does this have any cons? And the answer for that is yes, but it may not be cons for every single person. Now one of the cons is that for the knife, the red paint on the carabiner will eventually come off. I noticed that as I clipped it onto the keys, I did see a little scratch on it already. So it's not always going to look pretty. That's probably going to be the same case with the cap on the bit driver. The 4-in-1 blade sharpener is a little heavy in my opinion to carry on your keys. This weighs around 1.3 ounces compared to the 0.5, 0.6 ounces from the Mac V tool. So unless you're going to be doing a lot of sharpening, I wouldn't really recommend to carry the 4-in-1 blade sharpener because it's going to feel heavy on your keys. Now those are the only 2 cons I could find from my end, but I do have some final thoughts on this set. We'll get to that in a moment. So who is this made for? This is made for anybody that finds themselves needing to carry a few bits with them. Someone who in an emergency needs a quick sharpening tool. This is made for someone who will need an occasional knife every once in a while to cut some rags, or to open a box, or to cut open a charcoal bag for grilling. It really is meant for anybody who finds themselves just needing a quick fix without having to break the bank. I find that the knife is so compact that you can hardly feel it in your pocket. You can hang the knife on your keys and you'll hardly feel it. At least that was in my case. It is meant for the average person that sometimes just needs to tighten a loose screw every once in a while. It's not meant to replace higher quality tools, that's for sure, but it is meant to get simple jobs taken care of without a need to spend a fortune. Now, are the tools any good at all? They are good tools. They're not the best quality, but I do believe they're fair enough. And like I mentioned, this isn't meant to replace higher end tools. No, this is more for an emergency, for a quick fix. The blade is not actually that bad. I tested it out, I cut some cardboard, I chopped away on some pine board, I cut some t-shirts to make some rags. It did lose a little bit of its sharpness, but it's still holding up okay. But if you were planning to use it on a daily basis, like for example, to cut up boxes at work all day long, well, you're better off getting a box cutter. But for simple tasks, the blade should hold up just fine. But you'll still probably want to sharpen it every once in a while if you find yourself using it a little bit more often. Final thoughts? I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but this is not meant to replace great quality tools. This is not meant to replace a Victorinox or a Leatherman. This is just for an emergency. Or you can consider it as a backup or a starter kit. I think they could have made some improvements on the 4-in-1 sharpener. For example, maybe have added some tweezers to it. They have plenty of space to work with. Or maybe even add some small scissors, which I think would have made it a little bit more attractive and useful. But I'm sure in the future, they'll come out with better versions. I do feel that these tools are going to look scratched up in a few months if you carry them around with your keys every single day. I may be wrong. If you own this set, let me know in the comment section if you carry them as keychains and how they're holding up cosmetically. The price of $25, I do find it to be a little steep. I think this is more of a $15 EDC set, so I'm kind of glad I got it on clearance. Now they make great gifts, that's for sure. The packaging is presentable, it looks nice. Overall, I would rate this 3.5 out of 5 stars. But as always, let me know what you think. Do you have this tool set? And if you do, what do you think of it? Is it holding up? What do you rate it? Let me know in the comment section. That is all I have for y'all today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you in the next video.